Hi everyone, thanks so much for joining me today. So today is a collaboration with 3 other artists. I'm collaborating with Brian, Christy and Nicole. I'm going to link all their channels and all their descriptions below. And it's a collaboration that we've come up with to do an autumnal design and creation. So what we're doing is we're going to use up to 5 tones in the colour palette. We're going to use a round canvas and we're going to combine 2 fluid art techniques. So I'm going to opt for the Dutch pour and a swipe, and I've got my 5 colours prepared. So let me show you those and let's see what we can create. Okay, so as I said, this autumnal collaboration is using a round canvas. So I've got a 40cm round canvas and a 5 colour tone colour palette. So I've chosen to go for Rich Gold by System 3 Acrylic, Red by FreeFlow. I've gone for a Iridescent Orange, the Pearl Copper Gold. Now the Pearl Copper Gold I'm going to use as my base, and I'm going to paint the edges of the canvas first and then blow out the base colour. And then I'm using Paynes Grey for the second technique. So this collaboration is about 2 techniques on 1 canvas. So I'm going to combine the Dutch pour and a swipe technique to create this design. So let's do it. Okay, so I've already gone through the colours that I'm going to use, but people often ask me what the consistencies are like before I actually do the creation. So let me go through these now, and you'll see because I'm combining 2 techniques and one of them is the Dutch pour, I am making each colour very, very fluid. Now that will help me blow the colours across the canvas, and hopefully, because they're very fluid and I'm using different brands, I will hopefully create some cells. Now that orange, because it's iridescent, I'm hoping it's going to have a really nice shimmer to it. And as you can see there, can you see that shimmer as it comes off the stick? I'm hoping that that will translate onto the canvas as well. And this copper gold, it's one of my favourites from Arteza. I highly recommend this if you've not used this kind of colour tone before. But as you can see, again, as I'm stirring it, you can see how fluid it is. It just falls off the stick, no mound upon a mound. I've painted the edges because I want to get full coverage, and then I'm going to blow out the base. And then obviously the second technique is going to be my swipe. So I'm using Paynes Grey, so I can add a little bit of that to the canvas, and then I will literally swipe along with my paper towel, probably in the middle section, and I'm literally just going to go across with one swipe and see what kind of effect that I can create. Right, so I've painted my edges. Let me just get my blow dryer ready at the side, so that's all ready for me to do the base. Here we go. So I've shown you the consistency. I'm just going to blow the base colour completely out now. Just make sure I get enough paint on the canvas. Don't want too much, but enough for the coverage. So I'm just torching this because there are a number of air bubbles and I just want to get rid of those. Mainly because I've only just recently mixed my paints today. Okay. you can see all these patterns. These are really nice patterns and it gives it some texture. Okay. So, I reckon I'm going to come in and I'm going to do a pattern here and blow it out, a pattern here and blow it out, and then swipe across the middle. So, I reckon just that, and then... Who can hear the ice cream van in the background? I'd like some of the red. That, some more of the red. That. And then some of the orange. Do I add more colour? Oh, I don't know. I think I'll just go for it with this one. Just need to torch to get rid of the air bubbles. Wow, when I look, some of these sails just here are amazing. Okay, so just looking, just to make sure I'm happy with this before I do the second technique. Guys, I don't know. I don't know if I do like it. Okay, let me, I do like it, I'm only joking. I'm going to start my second technique. Now this is the Paynes Grey. And in the Paynes Grey, I have 2 drops of silicone. So I've added some silicone in there just so when I do my swipe, I can create some cells. I'll dip the paper towel in and I think I'm just going to swipe straight across the middle. Okay, so make sure it's there. Don't want that falling apart when I drag it out. Okay, that's fine. So I'm just going to swipe. I think I'm just going to swipe straight across the middle. There we go. One consistent swipe. I've noticed there's a puddle of paint on this canvas, so I am going to I'm going to tilt it in a little bit and just push some of that off the side. But as you'll be able to see, There are some cells forming. I'm just going to torch. That torch is not only going to pop any of the air bubbles, but it's going to hopefully create some more cell formation. Okay, so let me just tilt it. I want to tilt the big kind of black bit off the edge so that goes straight over. See that puddle of paint that I'm moving? I just want that off, because when it dries, if there's a big puddle of paint, that is going to crack for me, and that's not going to be ideal for this piece. I know this is a very, very different autumnal take on the colour palette. I'm really excited to see what my friends, my fellow artists have also created using the same colour palette. I'm really hoping we're all going to go for something completely different, because that's the one thing that I love about fluid art. You can get the same colour palette and you can create so many different designs and creations. It's just the interpretation that we all take, and yeah, I can't wait. Okay, I'm just going to blow some of this out. So what I don't want is a straight line across the middle. I'm blowing it because I'm just trying to distort that line slightly, and I feel like some of that red got a little bit lost. So I'm just blowing it because that will kind of unleash and release some more of that red that's sitting underneath. So I'm just blowing over the middle bit. So as you can see, that kind of solid line is no more. Let me turn it around. Let me just show you. There we go. You can probably see better there. The section that I've just blown is a lot less kind of linear. So just blowing that design into each other. And I tell you what, using two different techniques, that was a bit of a challenge. I had to really plan ahead. I had to really think about what I was going to do. Combining some techniques sometimes won't work, but lucky for me, this one worked, I think. So I'm happy with it. As I said, I'm just doing quite a lot of blowing on the canvas because I just want to create just a design where it's just not so hard across the middle, and I wanted to unleash some more of those colours. I think I am nearly done, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you in for a close-up, and then you can let me know what you think. I'd love to hear from you. Here we go. Here is the wet version. So I've used the colour palette that we agreed. I really like the red and the oranges that are shining through. So they're the kind of autumnal colours I really wanted to concentrate on. And that copper gold, I'm so pleased I used that. And I'm really pleased I used the swipe technique as well. So let me show you the dried result. Here we go. I love it. I hope you do too. And I'm so excited to see what everyone else has done. Thanks so much for watching, and speak soon. Bye.